that's a real treat, isn't it? A little bit early of a Christmas present to myself, but I'm a big fan of scented candles and I'm a good shopper, so I found this for half price, unused, perfect condition. Diptyque, fantastic room scents. And this one is like a berry scent, perfect for Christmas. And it came in this very luxurious box. Where's the front of it? Oh, here you go. And yeah, you bring it up like this. It has a little description booklet on how to use it. And I'm excited to let that burn through the season. And one thing that's really nice about this particular candle, I know I shouldn't be moving it around, is that I can use it to store things in after a nice plant or something, yeah? Wunderbar! So today's video is going to be about handbags that I have sold, not just in 2020 actually, but since I started YouTube, which has been over a couple of years now. So I did a video a little while back, I'll put it here somewhere, about bags I sold before I started my channel. And now I thought it was time to do 2020, and I thought, what the heck, I'll just throw everything in the mix. And I am surprised. I've pulled up my Instagram and taken screenshots of all the bags I've sold since starting, and there's a whopping 29 of them. Can't believe it. That may sound frivolous to you, but as one of my passions is not just the handbags itself, it's the thrill of the hunt for them, getting them at good prices, and what that's also translated into is being able to profit from them. Hold on, there's a plane going by. And when I say profit, I don't mean huge amounts. I'm just able to buy them, use them, enjoy them, and then eventually sell them for a small fee or a small amount higher than I paid for them. Of course, there are exceptions, but in most cases, I did manage to charge a little bit more. And that's because I got them at, you make money in the buy, not the sell, right? So that's that. So let me go through some of these with you and give you quick reasons why I sold them. So first is this pair from Revillon, not Revillon like the makeup company, but this old fur-making French company. Fantastic quality bags here. Maybe I should lower myself down so I can get them into the screen. I don't know if that's working. But these two bags were beautiful. I loved them both. They were vintage condition, but beautiful leathers. And the reason I sold them is simply because the straps, they were too stiff and I could have had them adjusted, but it would have cost more money than it was worth. So I said goodbye to them. Next is one of the first bags, actually I think it was the first bag I ever talked about on YouTube, the J.Crew, what's it called? Camera bag. Fantastic bag, but it's been replaced for the most part by this Chloe bag, which is much bigger. I think it's a little bit too wide. That's the only negative point with this. It's got a funky B, Gucci style B strap on it now. But I don't need two black camera bags, and I really like the quality of this one. So I kept this one and passed the other one on to a friend, but I did keep the strap for the other one. Next is a couple of bags from Anya Hindmarch. So Anya Hindmarch, British designer, love her stuff, and I loved these two bags, very nice quality. The orange strap, or the one, it wasn't orange colored, but the strap for the orange bag was a little bit weak, and I couldn't adjust it, so that didn't turn out to be practical. And then the nice burgundy one here was lovely, but it was too heavy, being like a really thick leather, so that didn't last in my collection. Next is this Coach bag, this nice red color, but it was too tomato red, too bright, didn't like the color. I'm more of a burgundy type person with my reds. And then we have this plastic little guy. I think it's like an AliExpress. I don't think I ever showed this on my, it on my channel, but I did enjoy this for a little bit, but it was too small, and I'd since replaced it with something a little bit bigger, which is this thing here, this plastic thing. And as I mentioned in my other video, I actually still wear this and I like it, but I doubt this will be in my collection for too much longer. It is a little bit tacky, I think, but fun. Next, I have this Chanel Walk. This is from the Travel Line collection, I think it's called. And it's a great little bag. I love the Chanel Walks, but I already have a walk, which I'll get to soon, or a walk style bag. And this one is basically, the straps are too short. I thought they were gonna be as long as the regular Chanel straps, but these ones are shorter, so goodbye. Sold that one for a nice profit. And then, oh, this beautiful Christian Dior bag. I talked about this fairly recently. I sold it just because I wasn't using it enough to justify keeping it, and I love that bag though. If I do find another one, maybe a bit smaller with a strap, I'll consider it. Wonderful bag, but I was offered a price that I couldn't say no to. And then we have the Stella, not the Falabella fold-over clutch. And the problem with this is that it didn't carry enough, and it didn't have any compartmentalization inside. A little bit short too, and I have a couple of other Stella bags. I love Stella McCartney. So goodbye to that one. And then this little, I guess, what do you call this? A walk imitation bag from Marc Jacobs, imitating the Chanel style. It was, the condition of the bag was pretty bad when I got it, so I loaded that one off quite quickly. Next we have a couple of bags, I should duck down here, I don't know, from Rebecca Minkoff, exactly the same bag. The red one I had, it's kept gapping open all the time, and I thought it was just this particular bag, so I sold that one and bought one exactly like it in black, but then I had problems with the pockets too, and just that whole design was not cutting it for me. I did like the length of the straps a lot though, and the bag did look good. Next, two Prada bags that from the same year or the same collection it would appear. The beige one was gorgeous leather, but it was very soiled, and I parted with that one. The black one I got, the straps are similar to another bag that I do have that I've modded a little bit, but this one was too slippery on the shoulders, and I made good profits on both of those selling them again. And then I think you've all seen this one. This is my first patent dye job for Louis Vuitton. I passed this on to my mother, who is very pleased. Love that bag. And recently, this gorgeous little cute Furla Metropolis bag with a top handle, I got a strap perfectly designed for me, and I love that bag. But I have lots of little small bags now, and I couldn't justify keeping it because it's not that practical. The color, the size, the cuteness factor, I said goodbye. Next, this giant Chanel number. I passed this on to a friend who absolutely loves it. So glad I gave it to her. I didn't think she'd love it as much as she does. She wears it every day. It's totally her style. Wasn't really my style, so good choice on my part. I don't know what it's called. It's mutton leather. Also it was a bit stinky. She's more of a rustic sort of gal. She didn't mind at all. And then I have this Gucci suede flat bag that I dyed black. I passed that on to a friend back in Canada who liked it very much. And this backpack from Louis Vuitton, which I wish the straps were longer on this because I did like it quite a bit, but it didn't fit properly on me. So I sold that one, again, making a great profit. Nice. And this bag here, I already told you that I sold this one. This is the Chloe Faye bag. I think this one might have been a replica. I'm still not sure. I was transparent about that when I sold it. I sold it for about the same price as I bought it as, and I'm hoping to get, still hoping to get the replacement mini backpack, which is probably going to be, I mean, ultimately it's the Palm Springs Beverly Hills from Louis Vuitton that I want, but it's just a stupid price. I'm not paying that much for a backpack. I'm sorry. What I would like to get is the MCM X Mini Bebe Boo or whatever it's called. They have long straps too, and I quite like that. So I'm waiting for good secondhand items to come up on the market. I prefer to buy secondhand for a variety of reasons. One being price, of course. And then I didn't tell you this, but I sold the Fjällräven Kånken bag that I had, not because I didn't find it useful and don't love it. I do, but I have replaced it with something else that I haven't revealed yet on my channel. So there you go. And this bag I don't think I ever shared with you either. This is an old item from Coach. It's a wicker bag with some neon green and some fancy, it was just too fussy, too detailed for my tastes. I wore it a couple of times and ended up selling that. Next we have a bag I unboxed recently for you guys, and I sold it. I only used it a couple of times and then I sold it. Basically the zippers were too fussy and it was too thin also. Unlike this camera bag, which is too thick, like my stuff sort of falls over inside, that silver bag was too thin. God, I'm so picky, but you know, I should be. bye-bye to that one. Then we have the Fendi bag here. This is the classic Fendi Baguette. I have owned 3 of them in the past. I bought them specifically for the purpose of resale because I knew they were trending at the time, and I bought them really cheap and I sold them for a reasonable amount. So I'm pleased to have parted with those. And of course the Kenzo wallet on a chain, which is the reason why I don't have the Chanel walk anymore, but I did sell that one because I replaced it with this one, which comes in this dust bag too. This is just a lot more neutral, practical color, and I like this design for a walk. It's big, it's open at the top. I've raved about this a few times, love this. I'm not even a small bag person ultimately, but this is great. Okay, next we have this horrendous thing. This is a mink bag I got from Harrods. Well, I didn't get it from Harrods, I bought it secondhand and sold it. And then you guys have seen this one from Louis Vuitton. I forget what this is called. Montsouri? No, not the Montsouri. Oh bugger, what's it called? I'll write it somewhere. This was a bohemian style. It didn't fit on my shoulders the way I wanted it to, so I said goodbye. And this one, you may, if you've watched recent videos, you know I said, this is number 29 by the way. I sold this one as well because I couldn't fold it down to a small size to fit my apartment. So yeah, I'll link to all these bags and you can see my reviews of them. All of these bags are good. I can't speak badly of any of them except maybe a few. The Marc Jacobs flap bag that's supposed to imitate Chanel, that was pretty useless to me. Short chain and not very good quality. And the 2 Rebecca Minkoff quilted affair numbers, I didn't like the design of those ultimately. I mean, there's no perfect bag, right? It's just a lot of bags that are not perfect for you. And I love bags and I love the process of buying them and selling them, and I'm no regrets at getting rid of any of these, and I'll probably continue to do the same in the future, but probably not as often. I think I sold more bags in this video than I have remaining in my closet now, and there are still more that I'm planning to sell, but there are also more that I'm hoping to buy, so there you go. Okay, that's all I have for you today, and oh, my battery's running out, so I'll leave it here. Bag Hag and Frag Hag signing out. Mwah.